Hello, hello! I am so excited to have you here and so excited to be offering this workout as well. If somehow you ended up here without knowing this, The Rogue Moons is the first book in my Obsidian Gods trilogy. It's also the first book that I ever completed and prepared for publishing, so it's very special. And I started developing a passion for making creative workouts, so I figured why not also make some for my books. Super fun. Alright, this one's just 10 minutes, no repeats. We will start with Amric, one of the main characters. He is a cook. So, squats with pancake flips, you'll squat and pulse and then hop with your arms out as if you're flipping a pancake in a pan. Now, the reason I came up with this is I watched a video of somebody flipping a pancake like this. I mean, they weren't squatting or hopping, but just, raising their arms like that, and it just looked so graceful and cool. And I know I don't really look graceful or cool right here, and you don't have to either. I mean, this is just a cardio workout. All you have to do really is sweat and feel the burn in your legs, which I always do with this move. And we're almost done, and stop. Okay, next will be forward lunges with fireball punches, and basically it's just a forward lunge while punching with your opposite arm. You'll focus on one side and then we'll switch sides halfway through so you can get both of them. Alright, just like that. So, Amric, this is also a move for Amric. He is from a moon called Helios, where they specialize, or where the gods there specialize in fire magic and necromancy. So this is one of his moves. Whenever he is in battle mode, he throws out fireballs with a punch. And just a few more seconds of that, and please keep your knees perpendicular to the floor as you lunge forward so that you don't strain them too much. Okay, next up, a couple moves for Zellia, who is another main character. She is a waitress or server at the restaurant where Amric cooks. So first you'll go in a backwards lunge, and these are alternating, although you can do just one side at a time if you want to, and then you tip. So this is part interpretation and part just pun. I just think that the backwards lunge, especially with the hands held out as if you're serving a platter, just makes it look like a really graceful and accommodating way of serving somebody. And then the tip is the pun part, because in the United States, where I am from, unfortunately, tipping culture is still very much alive. Of course, that's a rant for a whole other day. All right, next up will be ice lance throws. This will be, you'll be doing one side at a time, so switching halfway through again, and it's sort of a side lunge while twisting your body and then throwing as if you're throwing a lance or even a baseball. So just like that, yes. I'm sure there are some technical differences between throwing a lance or a javelin or whatever and throwing a baseball, but I'm not here for the technicalities. I didn't do track. This is just for, again, cardio. Switch sides. There you go. Ice lances are one of Zellia's weapons of choice. She is from a moon called Darie, where they specialize in water and ice magic and healing. So, there you go. Okay. Alright, next up will be shuffle dodges. This is more or less for both moons. Amric and Zellia get into a lot of battles in their vigilante work. So this is just a basic defensive move, again, adapted for cardio. You'll just shuffle from side to side and then sway your body out to dodge. And normally I would be doing 3 or 4 shuffles before swaying, or ducking, however you want to call it. But you know, there's only so much space when I'm using my cell phone as the camera, unfortunately. So if you have the space and you want to, feel free to put in a few more shuffles before you dodge an attack. I would not blame you one bit. Also, I think it's kind of fun how my hair switches from side to side. Anyway, next up will be a punch combo. It's very, very basic. And again, we will do one side and then switch sides halfway through. So it'll be a straight punch and a jab and a hook and an uppercut. And I'm going pretty fast here, but a straight punch is just, you know, punching out straight with your front arm. A jab is punching out straight with your back arm. Hook is just making the shape of a hook with your elbow, and of course there's the uppercut with the back arm. Switching. All right. And I go fast just because I am in it to get my heart rate up. You can go slower if that's more comfortable, and you don't have to squat while uppercutting. I kind of naturally do that, and I just go with it because, hey, I'm not fighting the real opponent anyway. Okay, next up we've got side kicks. I really enjoy kicks, and you're going to find that out the more you do any workouts that involve, you know, cardio, kickboxing, or the like. So we'll start with one side and then go to the other, and basically it's just bringing up your leg, bending your knee, and then snapping it out, but not too hard. You don't want to hurt your knee. Remember that you're not actually hitting anything. Okay, and I find that I get a higher kick when I tilt my body, and also when I kind of swing my arm first. Like it's like it gives the arm on the same side as the leg that's kicking. I mean, I feel like it kind of gives me some momentum. So in case that helps you, but if you can't kick high, you know, I'm not super flexible in that way. I would totally understand. Just kick as high as you can. Next up will be crescent kicks. This can be pretty tricky. So this would be a kick with your back leg. Again, we're going to switch sides halfway through, just so you know. So it's kicking up with your back leg and bringing your leg into your body. Yes, and then taking it back around. Just like that. Now this can be pretty challenging, especially if you're not very flexible in your hips. It can take some practice. So just go as high as you can, or just lift up your knee if that's easier for you. The point is just to move, of course. And switching sides. Right. So close. And I wanted to include this just because, you know, to fit with the theme of moons. You know, sometimes they are crescents, so we're doing crescent kicks. Okay, now we are taking a couple of the kicks and the punches that we have been working on and combining them. So first you'll do a punch combo, just the straight punch and the jab with a side kick. Switching halfway through. Alright? Now, again, you can go slower and you can do smaller kicks if that's better for you. But be as fierce as you can, and not just because, you know, this is for, I'm imagining fighting, you know, villains here. It's also, you know, for your heart rate. This is for your health. This is for your workout. Get yourself sweating as much as you possibly can. Cardio good for your heart. Okay, another punch combo, this time with the crescent kick. And this time the punches will just be a hook and an uppercut. Switching sides halfway through. Okay. Yeah. Again, this can be pretty challenging. Go slow. Just lift up your knee if that's easier for you. This is hard for me too. I've done them a lot, but they can be pretty challenging, especially when you've already done a bunch of cardio leading up to this, switching sides. But it's also really fun. The more you practice, the more fun you'll probably have with things like this. Because when you're moving your body with ferocity and energy, it feels amazing. Okay, all done. We will now be stretching just as soon as we've cooled off a bit. Okay, the first stretch will be one of my very, very, very favorite stretches. You bring one leg forward, hands, and then a hand up, twisting toward the leg that's up by your chest, just like that. I love it because you feel it in your hips, your quads, your hamstrings, your arm, your obliques. I just love it. It stretches everywhere. It feels so amazing. Other side. But you don't have to stretch the way that I am. These are just my favorites. And I try to keep the stretches, in keeping with the theme. And I mean, I justified putting these stretches into my Rogue Moons workouts because, hey, there are plot twists and I'm twisting, so works for me. Okay, next stretch will be moon body circles. Oh, never mind. Making circles with one arm and then the other in honor of, full moons. We've done crescent moons, now we're doing full moons, and now the moon body circles. You're making one big moon with your body here. Almost there. Feeling good. All right, well, at least I hope that you feel as good as I did after this. Thank you for being here. Please like and subscribe.